It's Floop Nuke, and welcome back to Commander of the Week. You thought Commander of the Week was the same time every week. You were wrong. I do it once a week whenever I feel like it, because I have 100 subscribers. I do what I feel. I do what I want. I don't care what you guys think. I don't care. I do care what you guys think. I love my fans. My 100 subscribers, love of my life. All of you. Especially you, Oliver. I love you, Oliver. But today we're talking about someone who would not get along from Yoshikage Kira, which is Bizarre Adventure. Now, to those of you who have seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you know that Yoshikage Kira is a man who loves hands. He adores hands. That's his whole character, right? He loves hands. This guy, God, this guy hates your opponent's hands. He wants them gone. He obliterates your opponent's hands. This is one of the stupidest and funniest commanders of all time, and it's even funnier to me that he's one of the originals, right? This is who the format's named after: Elder Dragon Highlander. One of them being this card, Nicol Bolas. I have the old border version of this card. It's very funny. I would build it if it were remotely viable. But as you can see, you're taking a look. This guy's 8 mana. He has 6 color pips, and he has an upkeep cost. Let's look at it. Let's read it. Of 3, one of every color in his color identity. Before this guy can even attack, you have paid 11 mana for a 7/7 flyer. Now, here's the thing. I think that's a perfectly reasonable cost, given his ability. I don't know about the upkeep cost. I think 8 mana and maybe make him like a 5/5 flyer would be a little better. But of course, this was 90s Magic. They were doing whatever they wanted. Cute little Nicol Bolas grew up and he was evil. He did stuff that was evil. Now, I mean, there are many ways to achieve dealing damage to your opponents. You could run Hawkeye's Bow, right, from the Marvel set. If you're a fan of the Marvel set, I have opinions about it. I'm sure some of which are unpopular among newer players. But when he becomes tapped, he deals 1 damage to each opponent. So you swing this guy, he becomes tapped. Before anyone could declare blockers, everyone has to discard their hand. So you've essentially shut all your opponents out of the next few turns while they do absolutely nothing because everything they had planned has just gone out of the board. Now, you could be eviler, right? Like, I mean, you just run this guy, and if you're running him to be funny, you just run all the Nicol Bolas Planeswalkers, right? You just have an army of Nicol Bolases, and everyone's discarding or sacrificing or exiling literally everything all the time, and you are going to have to spend so much mana. So much mana. Like, your commander's 8 mana, with a mana cost of 3 on upkeep. A Nicol Bolas Planeswalker is, like, at cheapest, 5 mana. You're looking at, like, what, Dragon God to be the cheapest? He's got, he's 5 mana for a Planeswalker. You got your 8 manas, your 7 manas. You could argue that Nicol Bolas the Ravager is a 4 mana Planeswalker, but you're paying 7 to turn him into the Planeswalker, so I disagree. 8 mana, like, I mean, what do you do? You do this, and your deck doesn't win, right? You aren't doing anything. You made everyone discard their hands, and now you've just got a 7/7 flyer, which, let's be clear, is a powerful board piece. But the second that anyone draws removal, they're removing him. They're blowing him up. And now you gotta pay 10 mana for your commander with an upkeep cost of 3. You've lost your mind. That's not happening. You know how much ramp you would need to like reasonably get this guy out before the game's over? Because you're gonna need by turn 8. If you're playing on curve by turn 8, everyone's ready to win. Everyone's got their 12/12s out. You've played nothing. You better be playing something. You have to like straight ramp. You need to Wayfarer's Bauble. You need your soul rings, your arcane signets, all your talismans, all your signets. Maybe you throw in a couple of board wipes in there to just blow up everything else everyone controls so that you can be obnoxious, really. But, I mean, Nicol Bolas is stupid. He's absurd. You should play him. You should go do that right now. You should go build a Nicol Bolas deck. and I have one not put together, but I have a deck list put together. It's all old border, and it's a stack deck, right? It's a stack deck that pretends to be a Nicol Bolas deck, where if you do ever get touched by Nicol Bolas, you lose the game because I have so many pieces that say if you have no cards in hand, bad things are happening to you. You know, you've got your Rackling, where at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, he deals X damage to that player, where X is the number of cards in his hand fewer than 3. Yikes. Lavaborn Muse, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if the player has 2 or fewer cards, it deals 3 damage. Yikes. Just things like that. You got Avatar Will as an 8 mana, 5/6 of flying. If an opponent has no cards, it's a 2 mana. Awesome. You were just straight up telling your opponents no. You got your Iron Maiden. During each of your upkeeps, it deals 1 damage to each opponent's upkeep, so 1 damage to that player for each card more than 4 in its hand. Let me see, you got Popper's Cage. If they have 2 or fewer, it deals 2 damage to them. And you've got the best cage. The strongest cage of all. This should be going in every single deck. It's colorless. You can put this in every single deck. If you're not playing this card, you're actively throwing. I don't know how this has not seen play in CDH, because it is the greatest card to see, and prepare yourself. Don't click off the video, lock in. It's it's Monkey Cage. Dude. Dude. Monkey Cage is nuts. Look at this. Like, you know, if you're playing, you play Monkey Cage, and assuming that nobody, not a single creature enters before your next turn, because you spent 5 mana, you're not getting Nicol Bolas out right now. You drop the Nicol Bolas, you get 8/2/2 green apes, and it only costs you 5 mana. That's value. That's so value. The point is, you're gonna go ahead and run telepathy. Each of your opponent plays with their hand revealed. Play telepathy so you know who to hit first with Nicol Bolas. So you know who to just wipe off the face of the earth and do nothing. Right? Play Wheel of Torture. During each opponent's upkeep, it deals 1 damage to that player for each card fewer than 3 in their hand. Like, you just run so many things like that, and just be completely obnoxious, because what are they gonna do about it? What are they gonna do about it? Right? Let me ask you that. Play Megrim. That's a card that goes crazy in this deck. You know Megrim? When an opponent discards a card, it deals 2 damage to them. Let's say your opponent got 7 cards in hand. They've been keeping their hand full. You tap the Nicol Bolas. They discard their hand. They just took 14 damage. And now they have no hand. They took 14 damage. They have no hand. They're going to take 7. Probably from Nicol Bolas. They're taking 21 damage and have lost their hand. You know how rage-induced I would be? You know how much pure rage would be felt in that scenario? I'd kill a man. But that's the kind of things you're doing with Nicol Bolas. And so you should go run Nicol Bolas right now. You should go do that. Literally, go build a Nicol Bolas deck. Everyone in the world, and go play it against each other, or bring it back original EDH Nicol Bolas meta. But anyways, I've been Floop Nuke. You have been watching Commander of the Week, and I'll see you guys at a random time next week. You cannot predict me. Nobody knows. I love you. Bye.